But this is a very valuable statistic that many people don't pay attention to. Hello. Happy New Year. It's a new year. All right. It's January, and we are broadcasting today because of the calendar. If you go to, see, I gotta figure out how to get back to the other thing. That's one of the things you learn when you have a Stream Deck is you have to be able to be flexible and get to the right places. If you go here, giveawayrocket.com/calfree, you can get on the calendar and find out when I'm going to be going live. So subscribe to that. And then when you do that, go to Google Calendar, go to that link, subscribe to the Google Calendar, and then come back here. Don't chew on anything, kitty cat. My kitty cat jumped up on the desk, and sometimes they chew on stuff. When you subscribe to the calendar, let me know so that I can make sure that I'm keeping it updated for everybody. When I know that people are subscribed, I'm going to update it anyway, right? And before I forget, go here, maybe go here first, and subscribe to the free daily contest updates so that you can find out how to run a better campaign, right? Okay, but I'll go back to that because I know a lot of you just jumped on. If we do this one, which is where I started, many people don't think about the fact that your email list is your number one asset, and if you're doing things properly and nurturing your email list, you can generate, according to industry standards, $1 per lead per month. Okay? What does that add up to? Ooh. If you got 1,000 people on your email list, that's $12,000 a year in revenue. Let's suppose you run contests, all right? Because that's what I do. I run contests. Let's suppose you add 1,000 people per month by running a contest every month. What does that add up to? Ooh. Hello? Do you hear that? If you start adding 1,000 leads a month, now not everybody's going to get 1,000 leads per month, but you can. Even if you only add a fraction of that per month, it's still growing your business. And that's what we want to do, right? We want to grow our business. So maybe it's not $70,000. Maybe it's $20,000 extra a year. And then next year, it goes up. When you do this regularly, why wouldn't you be doing this? When you do this regularly, you can grow your business, which is what we all want, right? Now, if you're on my calendar, see, I need a button to switch back to this one. That's what I need. When you start doing Facebook Lives, and I'm using a Stream Deck to be able to switch scenes, right? So Stream Deck is really cool, really awesome. So I have to be able to get back to her. But if you want to know, again, when I'm going live, jump on that calendar. giveawayrocket.com/calfree. All right. Came here today to show my desktop. And what we're going to do is, hello, Devin. Devin says hi. Thanks for popping in, Devin. What we're going to do today, according to the calendar, is that we're going to look at some other sweepstakes because we can always learn something from the sweepstakes that we're doing, right? And I know you can't see me anymore, but you can see my desktop. What if I do... No, that sound... That's not the right button. I got too many buttons. I got to learn all the buttons. Anyway... Somewhere there's a picture-in-a-picture thing, right? There I am. Hi. All right. So, let's go look at some campaigns. And now that is overlaying my comments. Catherine's here. Hello, Catherine. Thanks for popping in and commenting. Look at that. Tony is here. Thanks for popping in and commenting as well. What's up, Tony? what we're going to do is we're going to look at. So if you're running contests like I do, what I want you to do is to learn from others, right? You're learning from me because I'm helping you on a regular basis find out what's working and what's not working. And I want you to be doing the same thing. And then you got to come tell me so I can learn something new. All right, so I'm in a group in Facebook called Only Big Sweepstakes. I periodically come in here to see what's going on. Let me turn off Tony's comment. Right, that turned it. There we go. All right. There's a whole lot of Facebook groups that do sweepstakes and giveaways and contests. But this one I kind of like to poke in because they're big dollars. And Janine and her husband, I can't come up with his name. Maybe we'll run into it. They curate this list. So this is a curated list of decent contests. And they're all theoretically high-ish dollars. And I need to notify them of a couple, which reminds me. Because of what I do is I periodically say, hey, Janine, I got a contest going that qualifies for your big dollars. Now notice this one says up viral. They didn't even change to a custom domain. Now this is a referral URL, but this should still be a custom domain. So whoever's running this, no offense to whoever's doing it, but let's click on it and see. I was going to avoid it. Now I haven't looked at any of these, but I have looked through this list a little bit. But I was going to avoid this one because it's a Tesla and second prize is an iPhone, blah blah blah, and those are really big things. And sometimes I like to learn from the little guys to see what they're doing. But let's look at this one. Smart Desk. What makes it so unique? So this is on the left-hand side, explaining details. This is an interesting layout. Kind of like this. Over here on the right-hand side is Win Yours Now. Now, they got a picture of a Tesla in the background, but then they have their desk and they have two smartphones. Nice. Subscribe today and win. So this is possibly like their Facebook sharing image. They might be reusing that. But they're also at the same time talking about their product. One of the things I'm always looking for is, does the offer match what they're trying to eventually get you to buy when you get on their email list? So, the idea of the Tesla is a big price, so they're trying to get lots of attention. Hopefully they get a lot of leads. But also, if you go back to that slide that I showed you, dollar per lead per month, right? I'll just put it back up here because it's important to think about this when you look at a campaign. So they're offering this prize of a Tesla and a desk and their smartphones. So in order to make this any kind of profit, right? If I go back to 1,000, if you get 1,000 leads per month when you're running a campaign, that adds up to 78K. And if they're giving away a Tesla, that's about the right price. So, yeah, maybe that works, right? I like having this ability to put those back up. I love what I'm doing. I hope you guys are loving it. Let me know what you think. Am I on the right path? Would you enter this campaign? Based on what you see here, what are we looking for? We're looking for quality of product. Are we trusting these people? I have to move a window out of the way. So this ends up being altdesks.com/giveaway. So the URL makes sense here, but they didn't do a custom domain thing, which is interesting. Or, let me rephrase that. So they're not doing up viral hosted pages. They're doing this giveaway inside. So this is a widget, right? Maybe this is ClickFunnels. Probably ClickFunnels. And therefore, I really thought the custom URL would show up over there, but if it only shows the up viral. So what I'm again talking about, for those of you who maybe just tuned in, is this up viral thing right here. Because what we really like it to be is your own domain name, right? But, so nobody's telling me, I know y'all are here. Let me know, would you enter this? I'm kind of interested. I think I'm going to enter. I'm not going to use that email. I'm going to use my Planet Mitchek giveaway rocket, which would make the most sense because that's where I live these days, on my own planet. I'm going to use my real first name. I agree to the terms and conditions. What are the terms and conditions? Oh, they take me somebody else. And they're only... hopefully it kept my information. So this is a PDF, eligibility, 18 years of older, void in countries where prohibited by law, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't really say... I guess that means it's open worldwide, right? October 24th and ends 28th of February. So they've been running this for, was it 6 months? 5 months? Obviously, with a prize like a Tesla, they got to give a lot of time. They can't just do this really fast. The winner will receive a Tesla Model 3 valued at $55,000. Actual prize is oh, it says winners. So I'm like, if I win the grand prize, to get all of those things? But the good news is they have terms and conditions, and they have dates, and they give you the information. They have the privacy policy here on the right. They got terms and conditions. They give you addresses, so they're legally doing this very well. This campaign is governed by the laws of the European Union, Italy, blah, blah, blah. I'm assuming I'm eligible to win because it doesn't say only Italy. It doesn't say only Europe. So I'm going to win. Hooray! So my information's still there. I'm going to do register. So where do they take me? Oh, look, it's an up viral thing. So I get to see up viral sharing. Share your link with friends and earn extra points. I always love to see what other people are doing. So nobody's told me, would you enter this campaign? Would you do this? Hello? Comment, please. Let me know. You can also subscribe. Oh, look, it's Justine. Comment. Tell me where you're from. Tell me whether you would subscribe to this campaign. It's interesting. They've changed the copy button to not say copy. I'm going to take a screen grab of this. Very interesting. So I have one chance to win, but it doesn't say copy, which is what UpViral usually says. It says or choose from the options below. But if I click it, it's copied, right? Interesting. So let's see if I click Facebook, what the image looks like. I don't quite think I know that. Unique smart desk and a chance to win a Tesla Model 3. I think I would be leading with the, hey, win a Tesla. I know they want to market their desk, but the win a Tesla would be more appealing, wouldn't it? I don't know that I necessarily agree with this, the way they've done this. But of course, they've got months and months to test this, and maybe it works. I think I would highlight the Tesla more than what they've done. What do you think? I know there's a couple of comments popping in. Hey, Joanne's here! Hello, Joanne. See, I need to switch to the other camera. That's what I need to get a button to switch to the other camera, because I have another camera on another monitor over here now. So instead of looking away from you, you might see me. Anyway, Rashida asks this question. I'm going to turn my face off. That sounds funny, doesn't it? It just kind of gets lost back there. Have you used King Sumo? Thoughts on that compared to a firewall? Thank you for the comments that are coming in. Joanne says, hello, and hi. And Tony said, I wouldn't enter because the chances of winning are very small. And that's an objection that many people have to get over. And when you're running a contest, Tony, that's one of the most difficult things. Besides getting me to share this with other people, right? I mean, you know, why didn't that come over here? Getting people to share and getting them to enter in certain cases. So that's why you really have to highlight the extra chances to win by sharing, which is key in something like this. I mean, they are paying to get you to come in, right? In this case, we're coming through a referral, so that was awesome. That's helping them. I'd love to know who this is. Obviously, I know what the company is, but I don't know who the person is that created it, and whether they're in the FR group, and then whether they'll ever even see me. But I would love to advise them. How's that for a plug? Yeehaw! But at the same time, they're not convincing you to sign up on the front end, Tony, because you don't know about all the sharing options, right? So maybe they should be tweaking that. It's a very valid question and very valid point. Great question. So let me go back. I know there's a couple. Let's. Joanne said as part of the King Sumo, that she enters a lot of King Sumo contests. Now, Joanne, for those of you who don't know, is one of my favorite people. With doggies, right?
Oh boy!
Because Joanne enters gobs and gobs of contests, and she wins. She's somewhat a professional. By the way, Joanne, have you seen the Bunkie contest yet? Are you entered in that one? I was talking to the contest queen yesterday, and I know she's in it. But it's in Ontario, so you have to be in Ontario in order to win. So I don't know. You can tell me later. Tony, yes, Tony, I'll look at it. If you'll post the link, I'll look at it. Does King Sumo have all the analytics that UpViral does? Joanne asks. I don't know. I have not used... So, going back to the original question from Rashida was, have you used King Sumo, and what are your thoughts on that compared to UpViral? Now, my personal feeling, and y'all have heard me say this before, is that UpViral is the best tool on the market. I had a conversation with... can't come up with a name the other day, who said he's really going whole hog on Perkzilla. Alright, so if you haven't seen Perkzilla, let me show you that. And we'll talk about King Sumo. We've gotten a little bit off topic. And Tony, make sure you give me your link, right? And if you want to private message me, maybe that would be better if you don't want people looking at it. So send it to me on private message. I'm on Perkzilla's site, and sadly their login's at the bottom, so I have to do this. And I know you can't see my screen. Alright, so the thing that drives me crazy about many of these things, and King Sumo I believe is one of them, is that when you go to create a new campaign, here's the first thing that you get shown. And it drives me crazy because you're funneled into a particular type of campaign. And they don't even... in my book, really label these well because not everybody understands. I've told them about this and they still haven't changed it. And I think, I think I'm right and they're wrong. Because that's the way I am. But I put my face back. If you run a contest or you run a giveaway, they're calling a giveaway like everybody gets something. And a contest is more like a sweepstakes where people, you're giving away a prize like the Tesla. And then there's get users to refer a friend over here. Let me blow that up just a little. But what do you want to do? You want to run a contest and refer a friend at the same time, don't you? That's what we're doing in the UpViral campaign for the Tesla. That's the whole freaking point. Create a social buzz. They're putting you down a path, and UpViral does all of these things in one campaign. Why are they trying to focus on? And I understand it's somewhat easier to get people to figure out how to do things, but they've put you down this funnel, and most people get very narrow-minded at that point. They're not thinking, oh, I want to run a contest, and I want people to refer a friend. And maybe the tool does all those things, but it's not. I get scared off right here at the beginning. I don't remember if I have King Sumo. King Sumo. I don't remember whether I bought that or not. Let's see if I have a login. Where's the login thing? Oh, look, they use confetti just like me. Here's my confetti. Confetti on top of confetti. I'm so fun. I'm modest too. Where's my login? Is it underneath here? There's a window you guys can't see. There it is. Look, I have a login. Create your first one. So they're not funneling you into certain things, but I also know that King Sumo only has certain features. It does not have all the features that UpViral does. So I'm not going to go through this whole process, but we could probably easily find one to show you. So the quick, long answer, Rashida, is I don't care for... When I'm creating a campaign, it is so much easier for me to use UpViral because I have UpViral and it has all the features I want, even though it might be, don't tell Wilco, but he knows. It's somewhat confusing. It's harder to learn than King Sumo or AppSumo, or not AppSumo. Any of the other tools, sometimes it's a little harder, but I can create, once you know how UpViral works, and by the way, I can teach you. I have classes on how to do that. If you're interested, let me know. There's a plug. All right, Joanne says, all the King Sumo contests I enter have, I gotta move this thing. Sorry, I got too many windows. Share on Facebook, Twitter, Messenger, etc., as well as a 24-hour entry, which is longer than 24 hours. And that's something, too, I've asked UpViral to add, but they haven't done it yet, is to be able to enter daily, to get points for entering daily, coming back and sharing and doing stuff. I don't know why they haven't figured out that's a really good thing to do. But... yes, I know, and I realize that King Sumo does those things. But it isn't. It still isn't as sophisticated as. I wonder if I could just say I don't have one set up, so obviously I can't share one. I wonder if they do. I mean, King Sumo is very much like... Anyway, I'm getting way off track. Let's not go there. Let's go back, and I will get, Tony, if you're still here, I will get to your campaign. All right, so Joanne says this. I'm going to come back to me. And so the answer, Joanne, is absolutely yes. Frankly, all the tools are like that. UpViral does the same thing. And here's why. Right, so let's go back to this campaign. I don't know if all y'all remember, but I clicked on this Facebook thing, right? Now, notice the window covers up the thing in the background. But I never clicked on post to Facebook. I did not do this thing. Yet, I have 3 points, and the number of points is gone from here. Oh, shit. Sorry. Pardon me. You're not seeing the desktop. So when I click this really fast, this is hiding the thing behind, right? And I don't click post to Facebook, but I got the points, right? I have 3 points here. And I wonder, I need to look at this more detail. I'm sorry, Joanne. I fixed it, I hope. I see you just said that you're not seeing my desktop. All right. It looks to me like the feed is. It's just there's a lag. But, so, the deal is, let's put it this way. There's no API. Facebook does not have the ability to send data back to any of these tools. King Sumo, Viper, UpViral, etc. They don't get any firm confirmation that you actually did the thing. All that they know is that UpViral popped the window up, and so they give you the points. They make that assumption. They all do it. Every tool does it because it's on the Facebook site. Now, most of the tools hope and pray that you don't figure that out, Joanne. But it's fairly obvious if you stumble into it, if you enter more than one campaign. So, yes, the vendors think that the clients that hire me, I share with them how many people clicked that button that got those points, but whether or not they actually shared on Facebook, it's obviously going to be lower than that. And there's nothing we can do about it. Absolutely nothing we can do about it. But that's why some of the tools do this, like check us on Instagram. So I can click this button, and my daughter's replying to me, so let me turn my notifications off. So I came to the Instagram page, and if I close it, I still don't have those 2 points. Joanne says, we all know it. Of course you do. But on the back end, I can also see how many people actually come in from Facebook shares, so I know that people do it. But in this case, with these actions, you have to answer a question in order to get those points and click this. Now, there's no verification that happens. There's no proof, but it is kind of an implied threat that we're going to verify that you did that, or this desk company is going to do that. So I didn't get those 2 points. You see, the number didn't go away. UpViral makes the number go away if you've already earned the points. And apparently, because I don't recall clicking on the Twitter one, but apparently they're not giving points for that. Because I'm not even logged in. Maybe I did. Doesn't matter. So, there's another long-winded answer. Thank you, Tony. I've got your link. So, I'm going to copy that. You guys can't see it. So we're going to open, we're going to go look at Tony's campaign. Now, I've looked at this before, haven't I? I think you changed it probably from where we were before. I know I've seen it. Let me make Joanne's face or comment go away. I need a button for that. That's what I need, a button. But I can celebrate. Hooray! Tony's got his campaign and he's almost done. Hopefully he's getting lots of leads. So, Tony's done this to try to, this section up here, to have a title above this. So he's put a background color. So I understand that, why you did it. One of the things that I do, Tony, by the way, is that if you put a couple of spaces before the 3 and a couple of spaces after, then it kind of spreads the background color a little bit so it doesn't look so congested. It looks a little bit more professional, tiny little bit. But so, all right, I don't know what's going on in this campaign. I come in here, 3 ways to win, step and dance giveaway, dance combo. I personally am not necessarily interested in dance, but let's see. So I'm staying here because I'm curious, and obviously Tony's asking me to look at this, but you can't buy happiness, but you can win the dance step and dance's ultimate Latin dance combo. 1 month of unlimited dance classes and 1 private lesson, and that is pretty close. Dancing through find happiness and gain the benefits of dancing. So Tony's done one of the things that I've asked people to do that are running campaigns. That, I mean, if you're running a campaign with a Tesla or iPhones like the other one, people understand what that is and don't have to be taught what it is, and we don't have to address the pain points, right? We just have to say, win a Tesla. That's really super sexy. People are going to enter. It's kind of like win an Amazon gift card. There's no explanation that needs to go on. But Tony is addressing in a positive way, so kudos for Tony, to get people to understand what the benefit is of these classes. And I'm not going to watch the video because a lot of people don't necessarily watch the video, but he's got a custom video here because it says enter to win at the beginning. I know it's a custom video that explain what the campaign is, which is great stuff. You can't buy happiness, but you can win the blah, 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 ultimate dance combo. Now, just between you and me, Tony, I would probably at least split test this and get rid of the name of the studio, at least right here. Because what you want to do is get them in a short deal to understand what you're doing. You can't buy happiness, but you can win it, or you can win the ultimate Latin dance combo. This is giving you name recognition, but nobody knows you. And so it's not adding anything, it's actually taking away because it's causing me to think about it. Now you could say right down here, win 1 month of unlimited dance classes from Step and Dance Studio and a private lesson or whatever. So you can get it in there, but you want the, in my opinion, and again, this can be split test, but you want to not detract. You don't want to slow anybody down. Win blah, 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 dance combo thing. Great. Through dancing, you can find happiness and gain the benefits of dancing. So I love all this. This is explaining what they're going to get benefit-wise. So this is really good stuff. 3 lucky individuals in Sunrise, Florida, in the U.S. Now, that was one of my questions was, are you going to explain that you have to be local? I tend to think this is a little small. So I think you're going to get people that don't recognize that it's a local thing. Um, and you know you might there are ways of specifying that it's a local thing, and we can go into that later. But maybe you want to on the next campaign because you said there's only one day. Um, Great question, Tony. What if I use my name instead of the studio name? I'm known in the salsa dancing circle. If you are known, if that would bring additional stuff, additional recognition, um, and are the lessons with you? If the lessons are with you, then that would be a really big deal. I would highlight that. If they're not, and they're just something with the studio, then mentioning you may or may not help, right? It gets a little dicey there. Um, so I can get rid of that. I don't that that's again something else you can split test. That's the great thing about UpViral. If you and I have to be careful about how I say that because I don't think the basic plan. Let me look really fast. Upviral.com/pricing. There it is. Yeah, see, if you're on, I got to be careful about this. If you're on the business plan or higher, then or the lifetime deal if you bought that, or you know one of the older plans, you can do A/B testing. You can't do it on the starter plan. Tony says yes, the lessons are with me, and he also said you when you fill out the form, you can only enter if you're local. Now, one of the things to be careful about. So I'm gonna make this bigger. And by the way, be careful when you're doing stuff to make sure you understand that on a smaller screen what it looks like. I kind of sometimes don't like this template because this video over here takes up the whole column, and then this is off to the right. I don't know. I don't know whether that really matters. Let me get rid of the comment. And this is relatively long. The reason I'm bringing this up is because if you're on a smartphone, let me make this pretend this is a smartphone and you don't see this junk over here. To get to the sign up form, it's a rather long scroll. Oh, and Mitch's face is in the way. Mitch, get your face out of the way. So it's a rather long scroll. Oops. Shouldn't do that. It's a rather long scroll to get down here. And you got quite a few things. Do you qualify to enter? Yes, I live in Sunrise. So that's great. Right at the top, you're saying bother or don't bother, depending upon your location. You need, I think that's a good qualifier, right? I might have changed the question to, are you local to Sunrise? Yes or no. But if they're going to enter, they still have to do this, right? It's required. First name, last name, best email, your cell phone number, and I mainly want to dance to blah, blah, blah. Now, that's okay to ask all those questions, but you have to also realize that everything you ask people to do reduces your conversion rate. And maybe that's okay. Maybe you really only want to get people that are committed to doing this because you want them to end up, if they don't win, you want them to get buy lessons, right? So maybe that's okay. Joanne might pop in and say she really hates forms like this, but if that brings more highly qualified leads to you, then that's a good thing, even if it cuts out some people and you don't get as many total leads as you would like. My assumption is that you're going to call people after the campaign is over, and that's another good thing. I have a case study, and let's see if I have the URL really fast. Gym, GYM. I don't have the link handy. Right? I thought I did. This is a tool called Typinator where I save a whole bunch of shortcuts. If you remind me, Tony, if you haven't seen it, I have a case study that was done by another tool. Where they were a gym, a fitness place, and they freaking called everybody after the contest was open or ended, and they had an additional $12,000 in sales. But they had to ask for the phone number, right? They had to be able to call the person after the campaign was over. So a couple of comments came in. Joanne says, that form is good. Now, I suspect Joanne has a form filler, right? So you probably don't have to type all this stuff. RoboForm or something like that probably fills in all of these questions, potentially, and you would still have to select this one and that one. And in regard to the form, Tony says, I wanted to be specific and I wanted to qualify the lead. So, yeah, it does that. And it, like I said, if you kind of follow the example of the gymnasium that did the campaign, and you call all those people afterwards, you potentially are going to get them to sign up. So that's goodness. It should work really well. Now, the only negatives are, well, I shouldn't say the only negatives. One of the things I was trying to say was that this is a rather long page. You might, this might be perfect for what you're doing, but you might also test a different page with the sign-up form at the top, because some people might go, oh, I already want to get in. Just let me in, Tony. Quit telling me all this stuff, right? And so I don't know the ultimate answer to that, but sometimes a shorter form will get you more entries. And Joanne did confirm that she does use RoboForm. I still haven't tried that. It's frankly honest. I know that the Contest Queen talks a lot about that, but I've never done it. I know there are lots of tools like that. Tony is, by the way, using my free countdown client timer, or he bought it in the long time past. It's identical to mine, so I'm assuming that he's using mine. If you go to giveawayrocket.com, let me just show you. This is another plug. And you go to the resources tab, which is right here. Yes, I like confetti. And you go to, scroll down a little bit. Here's the countdown timer that you can get for free from me if you want to put it on your form. So just follow the instructions here. There are a whole lot of other tools inside this resources. So there's another plug. Tony says it's mine. So Tony's been getting all the data he can off of me. Bravo, Tony. That's the point. Pop the confetti. I love this because you can click it multiple times. Isn't that fun? It's all about fun. So, Tony, give me a brief idea of how well the campaign has done for you. Is it doing what you want it to do? Is it bringing in highly qualified leads? I know you said you're almost finished. I know you took this from me because I have that on one of my pages. Bless your heart, Tony. Thank you for listening to me. Love you very much. So you're doing a random draw prize, and you're doing a referral prize, and the most points prize. So I really like that you're doing all three of those. Tony said, I believe it's doing well. So let me know if you're getting referrals. Are people trying to win this most points prize? What's your ratio of... I have about 90 people, he said, that have entered. See, and this is part of the deal here. Some people would go, well, geez, only 90 people? What a failure. That's a horrible result. But if Tony now has 90 people that he is basically pre-qualified with this campaign, that are interested in dance, and let's say he calls all of them and gets 10% of them to sign up. I don't know what his cost ratio is, but, if he gets 10 people to sign up for classes, I suspect he's going to make some money on that. Now, it doesn't really cost him anything to deliver the prize either, right? He's going to be doing classes anyway. He's teaching a class anyway. So if you have 1, 2, or 3 extra people in there, it's not costing you anything to be able to offer that. Other than the lost opportunity of somebody paying you for it. But if they turn around and then say, oh man, that was great, and you can get a review out of them, bingo, bonus, right? Joanne says 90 local people is great, actually. I think you're absolutely right. Especially the way Tony's qualified them. Tony says based on the fact that they're only local people, I think it is great. So good. Proud of you. Way to go, Tony. Let's celebrate Tony. Okay, we're celebrating Tony. I love the confetti. I'm not really a confetti guy. I don't throw confetti here in my room, but maybe because then I have to clean it up. But electronic confetti is really nice. See, I can switch over to my face and I can throw confetti on myself. Woohoo!
Oh boy!
That's my daughter Victoria. So, all right. We obviously didn't jump to the sharing page. I could go through that maybe and save it for another day because we're already at almost an hour and I try to not go too long. I do appreciate you asking questions and making points, Joanne. I love you being here and sharing with people that are trying to run campaigns what the other side looks like, right? It's very valuable if you're a campaign owner like Tony to get feedback, to find out what worked and what didn't work. I'm really, really big on getting feedback. I, in some of my campaigns, have a plugin that pops up and says, hey, I see, if they're trying to leave the contest without entering, ask them a question. Why didn't you enter? Get some data, get some feedback from people as to what's working and what's not working. You can only get better in your business if you do that. Oh, Tony. By the way, Mitch, I have to thank you because I spent almost 50 hours watching all of your videos and other videos to do my campaign. Hey! Way to go, Tony. You're welcome. And Tony, by the way, has given me a testimonial, so thank you also for that, Tony. And guess what? Tony's increasing his business because he's doing something really well And he got all of that for free. He didn't pay me anything. To get information. Love helping people. It warms my heart to be able to help people increase their business. And if I don't make any money, obviously the family suffers. But maybe someday I'll get some money out of Tony. And why is my background flashing? Tony, bless your heart, I would recommend you to anyone for sure. Thank you for that. I do appreciate all y'all. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any more questions, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to ask a question before I turn this off. Because, again, if you jump on my calendar, you can find out when I am scheduled to go live. I will be going live at other random times. But you can also, which let me take you back to Joanne. I love that. Thank you, Joanne. Let me turn that off. Joanne says, "Congrats on your campaign, Tony." Tony said, "But I spent 50 hours to do it." Well, that's an investment in yourself, Tony. That's a major investment in yourself. And now you have the knowledge to go forwards and to make a better business. Joanne signed off. Thank you for popping in, Joanne. Thank you very much. What I started to do was, if you go to the giveawayrocket.com resources, here's the Win Together program. I'm going to start that up again really soon, maybe February. If you wanted me to do a review like this I did for Tony, you can hire me to do that. You can hire me to do an entire campaign. Lots of things on here that you could do. I've already forgotten my key here. If you click on this, you can go see the demo Safari campaign. There's supposed to be one for the Fuji campaign, but it's not here, which bothers me. You can get to my YouTube channel that Tony was talking about, watching lots of videos. Oh, I know why I came here. Whew. It's not in the menus yet, and I apologize for that. But if you come up here to the address bar and you type in giveawayrocket.com/search, and I will have it in the options below, you will get to the search page. Tony's doing lots of plugs. Thank you, Tony. If anybody is short on time and wants results, for sure, hire Mitch. Thank you very much, Tony.
Oh boy!
And it is not a
Danger!
situation. It is a success situation. So I appreciate those nice words. And gee, I've forgotten how to say it. I want to say a kut, but I don't remember how. I'm sorry, I don't remember how to say your first name. I could, right? Isn't that it? Anyway, if you're on the searchy page, the search page, I have a whole bunch of videos that you can come in and search for answers. So if you have a question, maybe you want to find out more about how to set up points. If you do type in a keyword or a phrase, notice that I'm saying that points a lot, but you can see the segment of a video. For example, the contest quick launch. And if you click on this, you will jump right to
100,000
section
points. I said leads.
where I talk
100,000
about
points.
that.
You got 5,000
So
points for
Tony
visiting
was
this
talking
page.
about getting answers. Tony didn't know that I had this. This is only recent. And it's not all of my videos. It's not everything jumbled in here. Some of it is my courses that are paid. But you can come in and ask a question and see one of my videos if you have a very specific question about something. I know, and I don't remember whether this bundle of videos has Tony, but I know Tony's popped into a couple of things. So I've mentioned Tony in a video. So look, here's a video that somewhere I talked about Tony. That's the beginning, and it jumps to Tony said he couldn't make it today. The section where Tony said he couldn't make it today. So here's the brief part of the transcript, but it jumps right to the video, right to the exact second in the video where I talked about something. Now this is a really awesome tool. It's called Searchy, and it is available to the public. I don't know that any of you, maybe Tony, for example, you have a membership site with some videos and training on how to do certain dance moves. So somebody could come in and type a dance move, right? I cannot type and talk. Dance move. Obviously, I don't have anything like that in here. But if you have, it's basically a YouTube for your own video content. It's just really crazy how cool this tool is. And I'll be talking more about that in the future because I think anybody that has a video library of content that they want people to see, Searchy is the key. It's going to change the way people do stuff. And you can actually find out more about that if you go to Searchy, and it's iepro.com is my page where I'm starting to talk about Searchy Pro. And there's another demo right here that pops out. So you can come in and look at some specific stuff. It's not my up viral stuff. And why doesn't that pop up? Huh. It worked yesterday. I know it did. Because I showed it to somebody yesterday. Huh. It's not working. Dang. But Searchy's really cool. They have a 7-day trial. If you click here, you can go try Searchy if you have any interest in that whatsoever. If you have a video library, or you can ask me questions about Searchy. It is really freaking cool. Tony, it is not a pretty cool tool. It is the most amazing tool on the planet. It's going to change. It's going to change the world. I love to talk about this, so I'll take a couple of minutes. Imagine I have a stack of tapes right over there that are family history stuff. This is, I think, an example that really kind of shows you the power of Searchy. But what we have done in the past, right? If you got a stack of videotapes, the old-fashioned, I ought to grab a stack is what I ought to do. Grab a stack of videotapes and as an example of home movies, right? Like VHS tapes and stuff. And what we used to do, what we get around in a group, right, on a Christmas holiday or whatever, and we'd say, hey, do you remember that time that we went to Sanibel Island? And you go, I'd love to see the movie that we shot there, right? We shot some video there. And everybody goes, how do you find it, right? Unless you've got a really detailed transcript of every scene in every home movie that you've ever had, you're stuck. Nobody goes searching through that stuff because it's too hard, right? Not to mention you have to put the tape in the machine and all that kind of rigmarole. But now we probably have them on a computer somewhere. And if you had all that stuff digitized and sitting in a folder, and you let Searchy index it, we could pop in and say, hey, show me the scenes with Sanibel, where somebody said the word Sanibel, right? Now, Sanibel's an island off the coast of Florida, which I love the islands, and we vacation there periodically. But up would pop a list of all the times that somebody said the word Sanibel in our home movies. Bam! Get right to it. Not only right to the tape, but right to the minute that this word Sanibel was mentioned. That kind of search has never been conceived of because we've always been stuck with these tapes or this, even a digital library. Even if you got a folder or hard drive full of video, you don't go searching for stuff because you don't have every word ever spoken in those videos indexed. Did the light bulb start going off? I love searching. Ryan asks a great question. Does Searchy work for other languages? There are 39 right now, Ryan, languages or dialects of languages. I laugh because, and that's growing, right? The library, and if you go to Searchy Pro and click the link, and then you could go try it for 7 days. Because I want you to, I'll tell you honestly, I get a commission. If you end up buying, I get a commission, right? I mean, that's kind of part of why I'm telling you about it. Not to mention that it's just freaking cool. But on their site, when you get there, so if you get there, you'll be cookied to me, blah, blah, blah. But there's a list of 39 different languages. Now, some of them are just dialects of English or dialects of, I think, like Irish. I think they have 2 or 3 different ways that people speak in those languages. And it's not 100% on the transcripts. Right? It's not, I mean, but you guys have all seen transcriptions of videos, and through an automated tool, it's not going to interpret everything perfectly. But it does a really freaking good job. It's well over 90%, if not close to 95%. Except for certain things like up viral. It doesn't yet know when I say up viral. It maybe either splits it into 2 words but they have artificial intelligence that's going to be added to it. So you'll be able to train it like you can. I don't know if you have your smartphone, but my last name is Onger, and Siri could never pronounce it until I trained her to pronounce Onger, and now she says it right. So the artificial intelligence training process it's not there yet, but it's coming. In fact, I just got a demo last night of their player. They're right now. You notice that I don't have it up. Let me do it really fast. When I do play one of these,
there's plenty of space up there. Wow, this is freaking cool.
It's a player, right? A video player, but I can't embed that video somewhere else, and there's not a lot of functionality in the player. But I got a demo last night. They're adding a searchy index. So if I'm in a particular video, I could search the transcript of that video, and it will be able to have the transcript come up like captions. It's just they're adding so many features that are freaking cool. Oh, I've done it again. You can't see part of what I'm waving at because the silly comment's still there. But there will be additional functionality down here and on the side. So I could actually, if I wanted to, with the new player, I could take this instant and I could send you a link. I could post on Facebook or Twitter. I could share a link right to this very section of the video and say, hey, anybody that's looking for tips on snow or whatever the topic is, jump right to the section of the video. Now I know you can do that on YouTube, but it's really freaking cool to be inside of here. Ryan says maybe like placing a word inside a quote so it does an exact search without splitting up the word. The issue really is the transcript on the front end, right? I can go in and edit the transcript after it's created. And every place where I said up firewall, if it's not done correctly, I can correct it. But it's not like I can speak quotes. I could, but then that would interrupt my train of thought, right? As I'm speaking, creating a video, I don't want to go quote up viral, unquote. You know what I mean? And I frankly say up viral so many times, I don't want people searching just on that anyway. But it becomes very interesting when you start doing stuff, when you start thinking about this new tool. And again, I've gone way down a rabbit hole. And I appreciate you sticking around because it is fascinating. If that, I don't know. I don't think this is the right thing, but let me try it. Alessandro. One day I mentioned Alessandro. So I have, and now I've really messed it up because I've said his name again. And so now it says 59 results because I keep using this as an example. But one day I used the word for a dinosaur that starts with S-T-E-G-O. I'm not going to say it because now you kind of also have to be careful about if you want to use unique keywords. You don't want to say them in other cases if you can help it, right? Because now I have the S-T-E-G-O word, which is a dinosaur. I don't think it's in here, but S-T-E-G-O. And I never... And you want to use keywords that you can uniquely spell. S-T-E-G-O-S-A-U-R-U-S, right? Is that the way you spell it? Okay, there it is. And you see I've said it multiple times. My initial intent was that it was going to uniquely identify a segment of one video that I did live. And now that I've used it as an example and I've talked about it, it keeps popping up in new videos. And guess what? By the way, Ryan says it's a very interesting concept. But guess what? All of this is automated. So the Facebook video that I'm doing right now will be brought into Searchy in the next 3 hours tops. It usually comes in within 1 hour. And so if I were to tell people, hey, by the way, go to my free Searchy search engine and look for the word, this one, and look for today's video, and you will see where I mentioned that thing. And bam, people can get right to it, right? I mean, how freaking cool is that? Because I don't have to do anything, right? It used to be that if you recorded a video, you had to remember, have a checklist somewhere, oh, I need to go upload that to my training, blah, 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 or wherever you needed to go. But Searchy is watching my Facebook feed. And every time I do a video, it automatically sucks it into the world of Searchy. And so I no longer have to think about that, other than the fact that I know that when I do a video on Giveaway Rocket, it's going to be brought in. And if I don't want it to, I have to exclude it, right? I have to do the negative side of it. But Searchy's automatically uploading stuff, so I don't have to think about it anymore. So it's automatically added to that index. And it's automatically searchable. Bam. I mean, the light bulbs start going off. I mean, imagine a church, right? Doing their weekly... I mean, it's the service on Sunday or Saturday or whichever religion you are, whatever day you do. But imagine those automatically get sucked in. And nobody has to do anything, and it gets indexed. And maybe there's group meetings that the church has that they want to be indexed. And you can separate them by folders. So you can create a search engine just for this folder or that folder. Or you can create a search engine that combines them. I mean, the possibilities here are freaking endless. So if you have any video content, if you create video content, Searchy is going to be... It's changing the world. I mean, the way you think about video is absolutely going to change. I already know people are making clones of this, but Searchy's the first and the best. It's just phenomenal. I am very excited about Searchy. Can you tell? Can you freaking tell that I'm excited about that? Anyway, I got way off on a rabbit trail there. Thanks for tuning in. If anybody has any questions, again, you get the 15-second warning that I'm going to shut this off. Because I have things that I'm supposed to be doing for clients right now. I'm supposed to be creating a new course, by the way. It's going to be available probably before March, but I've been invited to be in a brand new business bundle. So I'm creating another course on planning your next contest. So Ryan asked, have you done a webinar on this with more ideas and explanations? Yes, Ryan, thank you for asking. Again, if you go to searchypro.com, here is a video that I have done, Introduction to Searchy, and there is a revolution. This is a short one. It's not showing me the length. I was hoping it was going to show me the length. This is like an introduction video. And after lunch, when I make this pop-out thing work properly, and I don't know why it's not working, but this search engine, actually what I'll do is I'll give you a link immediately after this when I get a chance to go grab the link. Because I have several videos on Searchy. I've talked about it for an hour and a half or something, a couple of nights. And so, yes, I have those, Ryan. Just, if I don't ping you with it, if I can't, I do have problems sometimes remembering from now to 5 minutes from now. If I don't remember, ping me and I will give you the link to make this widget work. Actually, let's just shortcut the process since you're interested, right? Searchy. I have Searchy set up as a separate app. I use a tool called Coherence to do this. So yesterday, let me just give you this quickie. Here's the back end of Searchy. Yesterday I did a Facebook Live, and I for fun calls it the Tuesday contest tip. And there it is. I did not do a dang thing. My hands are off, and it brought that video in, has indexed it, and it's already in the search engine. I could go edit. So here's the transcript isn't here yet. Greetings, Earthlings. I don't know why the transcript isn't here yet. But the transcript would normally appear here, which is why I was pausing briefly. But we have folders, so I mentioned folders, so you can put certain things. All of the stuff goes into this folder from my Giveaway Rocket Facebook page. So that one from yesterday is inside that folder. But if I have a widget, like search the Giveaway Rocket stuff, that's the first one that I showed you on the search page. But here is my Searchy Pro folder. And I think this is the right one, because I thought it would tell me, but so I can send, I've forgotten which one it is. pop-out widget. No, I want just the URL for this. So it's this URL, Ryan. And let me click and paste it in here. You should be able to jump. This is not on my searchypro.com page, but it is in here. So that word I said I wasn't going to use earlier is right there as an example. But it's in a longer
But it will
video.
be automatically brought in.
This is 58 minutes long that I did a searchy review. And so you can watch that whole thing. Now, the key thing here is that you can watch the entire video. You don't just have to watch the part of the video where that word was mentioned. You can watch the whole thing. There's no limit for you to watch. You can scroll around. You can change the speed, blah, blah, blah. You can do all kinds of stuff. Right? But if you just use that link, then there's this dedicated page to the search. That specific search engine. I call them different search engines because that's what they are. They use the word widget, but they're really like separate, unique search engines. And they're for your own content. It's for my content only, which is the bonus, right? It's the key. So if I give people a training class, and I give them a search engine to search any content in that class, that enhances the value of that class, right? So people can watch all the videos and they go, well, Mitch talked about points. I want to see that section again. Now, normally what they would have to do would be go find the right lesson where I talked about that, but maybe I talked about points in 3 different lessons. And they would have to try to remember where in that lesson that they want to get to. And so it changes the game. It really frickin' changes the game on how you deal with your own video. Because it's just my content. I mean, if you use... I get excited about this. If you use YouTube as a search engine and you say, people go to my channel, like I told earlier, I said, go to my YouTube channel because there's a link to it on my resources page. I said, go over there. But Tony spent 50 hours searching through and learning from that. What if he has a specific question? Now, unless I put it in the title or in the description, that's all YouTube knows. It doesn't know the content. It doesn't have a transcript that's searchable inside there. So people can go look in my channel and search only my channel, but that means I have to do keywords and blah, blah, blah. But here, now I have the chance of saying, don't look at anybody else's content. Just look at Mitch's content. Search Mitch's content for specific words like that one that's on the screen or was on the screen that starts with STE, because I don't want to say it again. Or it does audio too, by the way. So if you have a podcast, are light bulbs going off? Suppose you have a podcast, right? And you say at the end of the podcast, hey, by the way, all of my podcasts are now indexed. So if I had a guest or if I had a specific topic, and even if I used like keywords like the one with the STEO, now you can say at the end of the podcast, hey, just go to my search, go to podcast.com/Mitch/search, and you can find the content of this particular this video, and the keyword was blah. And of course you said it at the beginning, right? And you say it at the end, or you say it if maybe it was a segment in the middle of your podcast. You go to the segment on blah, and now people can jump right to that thing. I get so excited about it. I mean, I know certain broadcasters that do podcasts. What is it? Entrepreneur on Fire. Isn't that what it's called? At the end, he always says, this was episode number 54. Go to the podcast and look up episode 54. So, Ryan asked, is this a monthly or a one-time fee? There are multiple price points, but it is monthly. It is a subscription. There is never going to be uh, um, a one-time price. Stu Masterwich, Stu McLaren, who's the creator of this tool, has said there will never be a one-time lifetime deal. And it doesn't make sense for them, because what it's becoming is a video player, an index, a unique search engine, and you can have as many search engines as you want depending upon the plan that you're at. The highest price plan is $199 a month. And I know people go, "Oh, that sounds expensive." But imagine if Tony, for example, had so if Tony had all of his dance lessons, right? And you wanted to learn about a specific move in salsa, and he created a page with just a course on XYZ. I don't know all the terms, but salsa dance move 1, or some kind of library, and he could give access to that for free. Maybe there's a sign up to my email list to be able to get access to that. But there's also on the side of the page, hey, buy this entire library for $59 this month only, kind of sale. So you pay, if you can drive traffic to that and start using it such that people go in and search for specific things, you give them a couple of keywords to search for, and they go, holy crap, this training's really cool. So they could eventually, if they wanted to, figure out how to watch every video in the library, right? And they could watch it for free. But most people go, well, holy crap, I'd rather have access to that. Give me access to that and pay you, right? Ryan says, this is exactly what I want to use it for. Yes. And by the way, Ryan, you're going to get so excited about this, Ryan. You're going to buy it. Please use my link. And if you have any trouble with that link, let me know. For specific salsa moves. Oh, okay. I get it. Ha ha ha. But when you buy this, because you will buy it, once you start really thinking about how you could use this, you become an instant affiliate. So like me, you get excited about it. You start telling people. They pay a 30% commission. So all you need is 3.3 people, because obviously you would need 33% commission. But if you bought at the $199 plan or the $97 plan, all you need is 3 people to pay that same price, and you virtually got it for free. Now the top end price is unlimited everything. So you can upload 100 hours of video a month. It's crazy what you could do with this. But right now I have 8 people signed up. So I'm making money, right? As an affiliate, kind of. But all you need is 3 people to buy into this, because you get so excited about it. And it's free for life at that point. Because people, once they start using this, unless they stop doing whatever business they're doing, their users are gonna demand they stay on it. I am super excited about searching. It is just a game-changing kind of technology. And yes, Ryan said, so they keep improving it. I mean, the player thing, I got a preview of it last night. I've made friends with the lead developer, because that's the kind of guy I am. And he showed me a preview of the player, right? And the ability to do extra bonus stuff. And that's just the first phase. But their original intent was just create a search engine, right, for videos. And now they're realizing that if they create a player for it, then people will start building websites around this. And once you start building websites around it, other people are going to start doing it. And it's just going to grow like almost exponentially. People are, because they're going to see the concept, and they're going to go, holy crap, this is so revolutionary. I mean, it's like getting in on the beginning of Google, kinda, in my book, which is why I created searchypro.com, because I want to be one of the first guys out there that's becomes one of the big affiliates to be able to sell this. So if I get 100 people that buy at the $89, $99 level, I got a steady recurring income. Great question. Where are your videos and database hosted? On Searchy servers. So, in the case of, for example, this video, Ryan, it will be on Facebook and it will be on Searchy servers. Okay? So they're hosting and playing the videos. When you went to that widget and you typed in that STEJO word, that's being played from Searchy servers. Now, it still exists over on Facebook, right? One of the things they're adding to the player was the ability to point to where the original was. So I could send you to the original source. I could send you to Facebook, or if it came from some other membership site, for example, I could send you over there with a purchase, right? I mean, there's all kinds of things. They're also probably going to build in keyword affiliate things so that you could send people by saying a keyword, and that keyword would pop up with an index, say go over here to buy that thing, right? So the videos are in both places. It has to be uploaded to Searchy to be able to be indexed, but then it's played from there. They're also adding an embed feature so you can embed the videos, the player, on your own site. So you can play it directly from your page. So, yes, bingo, Ryan. Once you start this, if you're somebody that does anything with video, that phrase, mind blown, starts happening. Because once it's not necessarily obvious right off the bat, which is why I've been talking about it for 30 minutes now. But the possibilities, once your mind starts thinking about the possibilities of this tool, it's exactly that phrase comes to mind, right? I did it a couple of times. I went mind blown, right? It is not.
Huh?
It is very cool stuff. It is. The Earth starts changing, right?
Dad, you're always right.
Victoria believes me. That's my daughter. So if you have any questions, Ryan, I really gonna sign off soon, but you keep asking good questions. So.
Oh my gosh, bitch! Do you
Dad,
hear
you're
yourself?
always right.
So I have all these sounds now, right?
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. You're welcome. And by the way, let me go back. I love the confetti. Where'd the confetti go? I lost the confetti. Oh, it's right here. Because it played once, that's why. There's the confetti. Hi. Thanks for tuning in. Let me turn off that. Ryan, honestly, if you have any questions, or dishonestly, or whatever, let me know. Send me a private message, and I'd be happy to answer your questions about Searchy. There's all kinds of functionality. Poke around a little bit on Searchy Pro. I actually have a Searchy FAQ that I'm working on that's on that website. It has some questions and answers there on how to do stuff, what it can and can't do. It's still kind of in its infancy for me to be able to answer those questions. But that's there, and so let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go have lunch now. I hope that's okay. I'm hungry.